Hello world, it's Godzilla with you guys once again. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I got another trailer reaction for you all. That's right, the Godzilla Minus One trailer has finally come out, and I'm talking about the official trailer. We had like a teaser trailer 2 months ago. We even had a teaser for this trailer, but this is the actual trailer finally here. So we are gonna check it out and react to it now. I didn't watch the teaser for this trailer too much, maybe watched it a few times, but I didn't go too much in depth to it because I want to just watch this trailer and react to it as fresh as possible. So we're going to jump into that reaction now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's check it out. Starting the trailer. Okay, rated for appropriate audiences. Oh, okay. Toho logo. People running like crazy. Okay. The train. Oh, the train shot. Like, oh, the footsteps, just like the first teaser. Yep. Smoke. Godzilla coming out of the smoke. Very Shin Godzilla. Oh, the train shot. Tail. Oh, the destruction. Oh, the footstep. Oh, what the? Was that in it? Oh, yeah. Post-war Japan lost everything. The music is great. This is shot from the original teaser. 0 to minus. Oh, what? Oh, that's Godzilla under the ship. Something's. Oh. Whoa. Survive and fight. Oh, Godzilla on the beach? Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay, so there's definitely a lot to unpack. There's definitely a lot to unpack from that trailer. So a lot of it was kind of what we saw in the first teaser trailer, that's for sure. Like, there was some shots that were kind of very similar, like the clock tower shot, people running away from Godzilla, like kind of the footstep shots. But I think the second half of the trailer actually gave us some new stuff we hadn't really seen before, especially with the warships. And it looks like some secrets that the government is keeping. And at this point, if you know a little bit of history, like Japan is actually occupied by the United States after the war, so it might be like the US military and the Japanese government are keeping secrets. And it might be that they know Godzilla exists and they're trying to keep it a secret, but obviously they don't do a good job of it, and everybody finds out that Godzilla exists. And then Godzilla makes landfall, obviously. Kind of a little bit like the original film. They were kind of trying to keep, well, they had at one point considered keeping Godzilla a secret instead of telling people about it. But that's kind of interesting. It's a little bit Godzilla 2014-esque as well, right? And then the other question is, what are those like big explosions throughout the trailer, right? Like, there's definitely a shot where like there is a huge explosion here. Is this a nuclear weapon? Like, what's happening here? It's either a nuclear weapon or it's Godzilla may have hit like a munitions depot, like a bunch of, or he blew up an oil refinery. But for me, like, this is in 1946, what is capable of causing an explosion this big? Unless it's like an oil refinery, a munitions depot, or a nuclear weapon. Because like bombs from World War II, unless you had a huge bomb or a lot of bombs dropped from an aircraft, could not make an explosion this big, I think. I mean, it is a movie, so maybe they'll over exaggerate. And then there's another shot that has like this like, what is happening here? Is this like, it looks like it's Godzilla's beam. Is this like Godzilla versus Kong where Godzilla shoots his beam? But it looks like, I think it is Godzilla's beam going through a boat. I wasn't sure if it was a nuke at first, but I think we see a boat and then we see Godzilla's beam. So they're very much inspired by Godzilla versus Kong, where Godzilla shoots up and he blows up the boat. But then the final shot, really, which I think is the most interesting, is where like Godzilla's burnt and the character says that monster will never forgive us. My thinking is that I don't know if this happens later on in the film, but I do think at some point either the Japanese government with the US military's backing or the US military decide to use a nuclear weapon against Godzilla. And that might be this scene where they try to kill him with a nuke, and all it does is make him very mad, and it damages and scars him. Now, I don't know if that's either, it could be like 2014 Godzilla, where like they found Godzilla and they try and keep it under wraps, and so they use a nuclear weapon to kill him, and obviously it doesn't work, and it just makes Godzilla really mad, and he comes to Japan. Or they find about Godzilla to try and stop him, it doesn't work, and so he attacks Japan, and in desperation they try and use a nuclear weapon, and it doesn't work. I think we are going to see a scene of Godzilla. I think this is Godzilla getting hit with a nuclear weapon. I think so. That's my guess, because look at how burned and charred he is. He just got blasted with something really bad. His skin is melting off. I think he got nuked in this shot. That's my opinion. And I think this either happens earlier in the film or later in the film. Maybe they think they beat him, and in actuality, he's still alive. Now, the question is, why is Godzilla attacking Japan? And is it going to be, like I said, they found him and they wake him up by accident and then they try and nuke him? Because the reasons the original Godzilla appeared are slightly different, because that was because of nuclear testing in the 1950s. This is still right after the war, so I don't know, unless the government is secretly engaging in nuclear testing even as early as 1946. That's totally possible, so we'll have to see, because there has to be I think it might be that it's a bit like Godzilla 2014 in that they find Godzilla, they wake him up by accident, maybe a submarine or something wakes him up, and then they try and kill him with a nuclear weapon. It doesn't work, and it just makes him really, really mad. And that's kind of the rest of the film, them trying to stop him. And maybe then they find another way to defeat Godzilla. And this could be where the film maybe kind of, they could bring in the oxygen destroyer, maybe some new kind of thing, like Shin Godzilla tried a new type of way to stop Godzilla. I don't know. Like, we'll see if this film is like more of a remake of Godzilla 1954, or they try to do something original and new. Also, like, no hint of another monster, right? Like, I know there's been a discussion that there's going to be another monster in this film. So far, there's nothing from this trailer that really shows that. It definitely feels like the movie is based on Godzilla. And I'm not sure how I would feel about having another monster in the film anyway, like, because I feel like this film is more than anything else kind of like a remake of the original 54 film, or not even a remake, but like a reimagining of it. Like, it's very similar, but also different, which I like. So we'll have to see what happens. There's some great shots in this trailer, though. Godzilla just stomping his way. I don't know how I feel about this shot, though. Like, Godzilla, maybe it's just this shot is not great, but he looks kind of very stiff here. Like, too much, I'm going to say it, like too much like a guy in a suit. And I know some people don't like to hear that, but like for a 3D generated, rendered Godzilla, just this shot is not great, He looks very, I don't know, silly here. Like, maybe this would have worked for Shin Godzilla, but with this Godzilla, I don't think this shot works very well. But there's other shots that are fantastic, like, obviously the head, the feet. This shot when they're falling from this building is crazy. Like, so many people are gonna die in this movie. Like, this movie is gonna be crazy. A lot of people are gonna die. Like, people are just getting stomped on right here. This explosion. I do think some of the shots do look a little silly. Like, the train being thrown through the air does look kind of silly to me now. And also when the boat gets thrown in the air is also kind of, to me, a little silly. But other than that, amazing. I do love this is great. I think this is Godzilla either attacking a boat or attacking a beach. I don't know, but it looks amazing. Like, I'm just excited to see Godzilla attack boats again as well, because that's a great sequence in Godzilla vs. Kong. Something that I think Shin Godzilla also missed out on, that we haven't seen much of lately, is Godzilla attacking warships. And so I'm excited to get another scene like that in a movie. And I think this looks really cool. But I think overall the shot that I really like is this last shot where Godzilla is just burnt. Yeah, like, this shot is great. Godzilla is like, this is kind of like the original Godzilla was like this in the 1954 film, right? He was supposed to be like, he was his skin was melting because he got blasted with a nuclear weapon, right? That's what he's supposed to be like. But that's what they were trying to do with his skin texture and everything. So I think here they've emulated that directly with like having his skin being burnt and melting off. So again, that's one of my theory is that he was hit with a nuclear weapon in this shot. That's my theory. But anyway, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of theory videos and they're going to analyze, people are going to make like, 100 things they spotted or 1,000 things they spotted in this trailer. I'm sure D-Man will put out a great analysis video. But anyway, let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts on the trailer. What do you think? Are you more or less excited for this film? What do you want to see in this movie? And yeah, I hope to hear from you guys. Anyway, if you like this video or you like this kind of content, give it a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!